What is Days fans? Welcome back to the channel. Grab your coffee, your tea, or maybe something a little stronger, because we need to talk. Are you ready for the absolute madness coming our way? Because I just got my hands on the inside scoop for Wednesday. April 1. And let me tell you, heads are gonna roll. Seriously. Wednesday. April 1 is not an April Fool's joke. There are no pranks here today, folks. Just pure, unadulterated, scorched earth Salem drama. If you thought the fallout from the whole dietary supplement versus antipsychotic meds disaster was over, you are dead wrong. Wednesday, April 1, is about to deliver one of the most satisfying smackdowns of the year. Let's dive into it. Kristen DiMera, the queen reclaims her throne. Let's be real for a second. Did Sophia honestly think she could frame a DiMera Black legacy child and just walk away completely unscathed? Are you kidding me? Wow, the sheer audacity of this girl. Here is what goes down on Wednesday. April 1. The truth is entirely out. Sophia is exposed as the actual culprit who drugged Holly, which means the damage to Rachel has already been done. Think about how massive this is. Marlena, the great Dr. Marlena Evans, literally took the stand in a court of law and testified that her own granddaughter was mentally unwell and needed to be institutionalized. Can you believe it? Marlena threw Rachel under the bus based on Sophia's little stunt. But here's the kicker. Kristen DiMera finds out, and on Wednesday, April 1, Kristen absolutely goes off on Sophia. She schools her, she ruins her. Many fans out there are acting like Kristen is suddenly this protective mama bear. But I look at it differently. I don't think this is just about motherly love. Oh no, this is about territory. Kristen's psychology is so deeply twisted. In Kristen's nobody is allowed to manipulate Rachel. Except Kristen. Kristen views Rachel as her ultimate pawn. Her golden ticket to keeping Brady tied to her forever. When Sophia stepped in and used Rachel as a scapegoat, she wasn't just bullying a teenager. She was messing with Kristen DiMera's master chessboard. Look back at the show's history from 5 to 10 years ago. Do you remember the lengths Kristen went to in 2014 and 2015? The woman literally stole Teresa's embryo. She wore a Nicole Walker mask to ruin lives. She wore a Susan Banks mask. Kristen wrote the damn textbook on psychological warfare. Sophia is a toddler playing with matches, and Kristen owns the entire dynamite factory. I predict that Sophia is going to be running out of Salem with her tail between her legs by the end of the month. Because once you are on Kristen's hit list, your life is over. Boom. End of story. Meanwhile, this Wednesday, April 1, we also see Holly and Tate finally putting the remaining puzzle pieces together. It's about time those two use their brains. The love triangle of Doom Xander. Sarah and Brady. Okay, let's pivot. Because I am having massive heartburn over this next storyline hitting our screens on Wednesday. April 1. Brady is walking around Salem grinning from ear to ear. Why? Because Rachel actually gave him the green light to keep dating Sarah. And Brady is thrilled. But you know who isn't thrilled, Xander? On Wednesday, April 1, Xander is losing his absolute mind. And I have to be completely honest with you guys, I am 100% Team Xander on this one. I don't care what anyone says. Brady is so incredibly boring right now. What is Sarah even doing? Brady constantly needs to be saving a woman or crying over a woman. And he has zero edge. Xander, on the other hand, electric. But let's analyze Xander's incredibly toxic reaction here. We all know how Xander Cook operates. When Xander feels insecure, abandoned or uncomfortable, he doesn't just sit down and process his emotions like a normal adult. No, he decides to make everyone in a 50-mile radius just as miserable as he is. He is going to be antagonizing Brady and Sarah nonstop on Wednesday. April. Oh no. It's heartbreaking if you really think about it. Look back at Xander and Sarah's history about 5 or 6 years ago. Remember when Xander was reading to baby Mickey? Remember the absolute devastation when the baby swap was revealed? Xander does terrible things. But his love for Sarah has always been his one redeeming anchor. Seeing her with Brady, a guy who constantly judges Xander from his high horse, is tearing him apart. Here's my prediction. Xander's jealousy on Wednesday. April 1 is going to push him to do something incredibly reckless. He's going to sabotage one of Brady's dates. Or worse, he might use his Titan connections to professionally ruin Brady, which will only push Sarah further away. But let's be real. Xander and Sarah are in game. Brady's just a roadblock, a boring, temporary roadblock. The roach survives. Gwen plays her cards. And finally, we have to talk about the rats in the Demera mansion. This Wednesday, April 1, Leo is doing what Leo does best. Running his mouth. He is just babbling away about Dimitri. Completely oblivious to who is listening. And who is listening, Gwen? Gwen is the ultimate survivor. She is like a cockroach in a nuclear apocalypse. She will outlive us all. Remember her ruthless rivalry with Abigail years ago. Remember how she manipulated her way into the Devereaux family. Gwen knows that information is currency in Salem. She also knows that she needs to stay on EJ Demera's good side if she wants to keep living the high life and rolling in dough. So what does she do on Wednesday? April 1, she takes everything Leo accidentally spilled about Dimitri and marches straight to EJ. She tattles. This is a brilliant, albeit slimy, move. EJ is a control freak who is currently fighting for dominance. If Gwen hands EJ the exact ammunition he needs to neutralize Dimitri, EJ will owe her. But you guys, this is going to backfire spectacularly. Dimitri is a wild card. When he finds out Gwen betrayed him to EJ, oh man, the bloodbath is going to be legendary. I theorize that Leo is going to be caught right in the middle, and Gwen might just lose the one actual friend she has left.